Okay, so a lot of people have been figuring this out. I can't even say the name, so I'm not going to say. By the 13th calendar, one of the zodiac signs is a snake. I'm not even going to try to say the name. So, you got to think of it. Because now they're saying the snake in the Garden of Eden could have been Yeshua. Now they're saying it could have been Sophia. You know, the tree. She's the one that transformed herself into the tree of wisdom, into the tree of wisdom and into the tree of knowledge in order to awaken Adam and Eve. She did that on purpose to trick basically the fake god, the demiurge, and awaken Sophia and Adam to remember who they were. And that's the true story of why they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden from eating from the tree. So some people believe the snake in the tree is symbolic to either Sophia or to Yeshua. Now, in the story, it says in the book of John, it says that Yeshua came down before. I mean, there's stories. If you look back in other religions and other texts, it shows Yeshua's popped up in many times in our lifetime and in scriptures than we've been told. We've been lied to. So, basically, the archons and Yaldabaoth looked upon Yeshua and noticed that he glowed, noticed his DNA was different, and they decided to mimic him and make human in his likeness. But what they didn't know is that Yaldabaoth held the essence, the power, the essence of Sophia. So when he made Adam, not knowing, he trapped, not knowing that he had the divine feminine essence of Sophia, which Sophia is also Barbelo. Barbelo, Sophia, Sophia is Barbelo. Barbelo is made from the source, our creator of everything. He basically manifested her. He thought her, he felt it, he spoke it into fruition, which made Barbelo. And she mirrors him, which is the masculine and feminine energy of him. That's why our left brain and our right brain are masculine, feminine energies. We all have it. Whether you're a man or a woman, masculine and feminine energy is not a sexuality. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. I keep telling people that. It's not a sexuality. Not a sexuality. But the only difference between man and woman, yes, the genitalia is a little bit different, but it's the same, just inside out. But basically, the only difference that it makes men from women is that the women have a uterus and help create life that way. And basically what they're saying, okay, if it's Sophia is the tree and the tree of wisdom and knowledge, she's the one that woke up Adam and Eve. Her son, the demiurge, got pissed off, kicked him out of the Garden of Eden, basically. But if the snake, and I keep telling people this, in the Last Supper, all the people in the Last Supper, Leonardo da Vinci was a smart genius man. Every painting he made, he left secrets in there, little secrets. And I think Leonardo da Vinci, he was gifted, psychic, whatever you want to call it, because he was inventing things, architecture, mathematical things. He's actually the one that invented the plane first. He actually used to make architectural little diagrams of birds that would show how the bird would fly. So he's actually the one who invented the plane. Don't let the other guys fool you. But in all of his artwork, he always puts secrets and hidden messages in there. So in the Last Supper, each disciple is a zodiac sign. Now, a lot of people are like, well, Yeshua isn't a zodiac sign. Why not? He's not a disciple. Didn't he come down here to awaken us and spread the message of his father and his divine mother? Like, that makes him a disciple. That makes him a messenger. Therefore, he is a zodiac sign. He is the snake zodiac sign. that they took out. He's the 13th disciple, which is 13 months in a year, not 12. The 12-year calendar is off the Gregorian Freemasonry Illuminati crap. That's the one that keeps us out of alignment. And I also seen a video where another person posted this, and they were like, the reason why your zodiac sign that you have now seems similar to the 13 zodiac calendar, they almost seem the same, is because you're vibrating off of the lower energy zodiac sign, which is what's keeping us out of alignment to ourselves and the astrology and the stars in our alignment. And it makes so much sense because I even looked it up. Technically, on the 12, I'm a Capricorn. And the other one, I'm a Sagittarius. And they have so much similarities to each other, except for a little bit of a difference. And it dawned on me, it's like everybody's going off the 12-year calendar. I mean, the 12-month calendar, and it's wrong. It's keeping everybody out of alignment. You're not going off of the 13-month calendar, which is what we're supposed to, 13-month calendar is which we're supposed to be going off of. That's the alignment. So technically, I'm a Sagittarius. My alignment, my Sagittarius aligns with the stars in astrology. And the fact that people keep going off of the 12th one, I keep telling people, I was like, stop it. Everybody's like, well, we already, it just depends. I was like, no, you're going off of the lower vibration, unalignment zodiac sign. It's like, what? It's like 26,021. And if you add the math, it's like 2113. So it's basically a year and 13 months instead of 2112. A year and 12 months. It's the unalignment. Don't you guys get it? You're going off the wrong zodiac signs, the wrong astrology, the wrong lunar cycles, the wrong everything. And that's what's keeping you unaligned with yourself. And I keep telling people, it's like everybody keeps doing the houses and the astrology and all this stuff, but they're all going off the 12 calendar. You are unknowingly, knowingly keeping people unaligned. But anyways, back to the snake. So in the Garden of Eden, there's a snake. Your Kundalini, there's two snakes, right? The feminine and masculine energy. Okay, some believe in the Book of John and the Gnostics, Enoch, Kabbalah, Nag Hammadi, that Mary Magdalene was actually also the avatar for Sophia. So, and it's the thing because Sophia did fall, but she fell on purpose to help wake us up. And a lot of people don't realize Yeshua has popped his head in and out of there through history and through scriptures. But Sophia and him have been called different names. Different names. Isis, Cleopatra, Shiva, Buddha, whatever. And we're not realizing this until now. And it's like, do you guys realize that Yeshua and Sophia have been on our planet this whole time trying to help us, trying to wake us up? A lot of people are like, oh, he descended back into the heavens. And then there's stories where he didn't. There's stories saying that he only showed himself to Mary Magdalene and he just left so he could continue spreading the word and awakening this, but in different cultures and different religions, disguising himself as Buddha and other things so people wouldn't know it was him, because he wanted to continue awakening people. So it was saying Mary Magdalene was Sophia, and Yeshua, Jesus Christ, basically the two snakes resemble the masculine, the feminine, which is also on the medical symbol. You ever seen the medical doctor symbol? It literally, the post is your spine, okay? The post is your spine. Even in the story of Moses, his staff turned into a snake. It says it only shows one snake, but actually his staff had two snakes. Not one, but two. So The snakes represent, like I said, the feminine and masculine energy. That's what the two snakes represent. So when you go to activate your Kundalini, which is, they also call it the Christos essence, and it also looks like your DNA. Okay, if your left brain and your right brain are masculine and feminine, obviously your DNA strand is going to be masculine and feminine. I'm not talking about your physical body, because your human body is completely separated from your spiritual, your soul body. They're completely different things. So you got this masculine, feminine energy inside it. And in order to open your third eye and to activate your chakras, you have to activate your Kundalini, which is a male and female snake that goes up your spine, goes into your brain, and activates the pineal gland in your third eye. It's like, it's common sense now. It's like, dude, even Lilith, the story of Lilith, it says when she left the Garden of Eden, she refused to go back because she was demonized too. But she was awoken. She said no. And because she said no and she left, she spoke the forbidden words. She talked to a snake. She talked to a snake that told her the forbidden words that made her turn into a god, flew out of the Garden of Eden and left. Who the heck do you think did that? It was either Sophia or it was Yeshua that freed Lilith. Just like they did the same thing in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve. This whole time, Yeshua and Sophia have been here. Their energy, their frequency, they've always been here trying to help us. And we've just been blinded, not realizing it. They're the ones that helped Adam and Eve. They're the ones that helped Lilith. They're the ones that are awakening everybody. Right now, I just read I watched a documentary where the Knights of Templar are now finding scriptures that are connecting them to Atlantis, where their whole covenant and everything started. Like the Templar Stargates. It says that the Atlanteans made those Stargates. So now they're connecting it, and they're saying that one of the scriptures that I actually watched this on the Gaia channel if you're interested, the Knights of Templar connected to the Atlanteans. In the scripture it says that when the Knights of Templar were there at the gates of Atlantis, that a goddess appeared, and she said, "You are not to take one more step. I am their, this is my kingdom, and I am their goddess." And she said she was the goddess of wisdom. We all know the goddess of wisdom was Sophia. So it's like everything's coming out. If you look in the book of John, if you look in the Gnostic, Enoch, the Kabbalah, the Nag Hammadi, you'll see all these links, all these missing things that were kept out of the Christian, the Jewish, and the Catholic scriptures. And this is why I tell people, always keep an open mind, because when you do, you'll start filling in the blanks. I'm not saying everything is accurate 100%. I'm just saying my opinion. But when you look at it, it's like a light bulb just goes off in your head and you're like, holy crap. This whole time, all these stories, the fake God of the Bible has been the one doing all this crap, which is the demiurge, which was made by, yes, Barbelo Sophia, whatever you want to call her. She wanted to try to create a child by herself without the source, and this is what happened, unfortunately. But she still has been down here. It even says that she cries and she weeps to save her children, the eons, the children of light, the children with us, with our light, our sparks. Even the stories about the Anunnaki and all them, the reptilians, the Greys, and the Archons. It just like, it's sad because If you read into every story in the Luciferians, the fallen angels, everything, you read into the story, it's just like, holy crap. Everything starts to add up. Everything starts to show the matrix, the illusion, where our DNA was altered, where all these things happened, why some people have weird DNAs. Yeah. Humans have been, sorry to say it, but we've been lab rats to all these beings. Our DNA has been altered multiple times, whether it was by an angel or reptilian, demonic, whatever. Our DNAs have been, us poor humans have been being picked on for way too long. So it's just my opinion, and in my opinion, the snake was Yeshua, or you want to call it Sophia. But even in the Last Supper, Mary Magdalene is sitting right next to him. Of course, Leonardo da Vinci moved her off to the side. Well, originally, Leonardo da Vinci's painting had Mary right next to Yeshua, but of course, the church had to switch that around because they didn't want anybody to know that the divine feminine was in there. Because if the actual, the source was masculine and wanted to create a feminine, and she was basically made of the source, masculine, feminine energy, then that would mean God is a woman. And of course, Sophia, Mary Magdalene, Lilith, Eve, some very powerful divine women that they demonized, along with the snake and the 13th, like Friday the 13th. Makes you wonder why. Why did they do that on purpose? For what? It's time for people to start waking up and doing their own homework. Because I'm telling you, what we've been being taught since we were kids, it's all been a lie. So stay woke, keep learning, think for yourself,